Ladies and gentlemen, this is a follow-up video to the one I did a few days ago, and this was up in British Columbia. A racist woman ranted on a black female driver that was actually trying to pull away in her car, and she decided to tap on her window and go into a racist rant. This is the actual woman that it happened to. I'm going to get into the story. It gets very interesting because the woman's son has come forward and said that, of course, he's playing the mental issues. His mother is paranoid and all this stuff. And that's why she did these things. You would think this woman wouldn't be on the street if she's having such mental illness. As many of you always love to claim when these racist rants occur, instead of taking responsibility, you try to mask your ignorance through mental illness. I am too through. So this is a story that came out on Raw Story, January 8th, 2018. Woman randomly singled out black driver and delivers bizarre racist rant. A black driver recorded a video after a woman tapped on her passenger window and delivered a racist rant. And this is the woman right here. Her name is Annika Vassell. Was parked Thursday in downtown Vancouver when the woman attracted her attention to ask where she was from. And she wasn't satisfied when the 24-year-old graduate student said she grew up there. Okay, so she grew up in Vancouver. She was from there. Where are you from? What country are you from? And I told her that my parents are Jamaican and South African, she said. And she said, "You're that black?" Well, yeah, if you come from two black parents, you're going to be that black. That's just the simple fact of the matter. Vassell said. Vassell started recording a cell phone video at that point, and the woman continued her racist rant. "I see you are black, and I see that you are not white. So you are not like the rest of us," the woman said. "God help us, maybe we will hold the majority." Well, you don't even hold the majority in the world now. Okay, you don't. And with the drug deaths and your baby boomers dying out and the suicides, your minority status is coming real fast. And I believe it's already here in America. That's why y'all acting so damn crazy. Also, she said the public would be in big danger if people like Vassell are let free. Now, well, where is she, on a plantation? You wouldn't have to be paranoid like that if you just treated people right. Now, does this woman look like any threat to you? If you are a white person and you see her and you feel threatened, you got the problem, not her. The problem is yours. Vassell rolled up her window as the woman told her to go back to her home country. Well, she was home. She was born and raised in Vancouver. It just shows that these kind of small comments happen to other people of color, other visible minorities, which I hate that word, and that it is still an issue that racism does happen, Vassell said. There is no one look or person that belongs to Canada or Vancouver. That's right, because they have the same racial mix that you see in the United States, they have up in Canada as well. I have been to Canada twice in my life. I've been to Canada. So I know what kind of population there. In fact, when I got off the airport up there in Toronto and in Montreal, it was a mix of people working there. Okay, in fact, when I went through the metal detector, it was two black women working there in the airport at the metal detector. So after the social media video went viral, The white woman's family apologized to Vassal and said their mother was mentally ill. Well, I guess what? She was not mentally ill enough not to recognize black when she saw it. She sure was able to recognize a black person when she saw one. Boy, you white people in this always trying to hide behind mental illness is just a joke. Okay, I feel bad for Annika, the driver, said Christian Cheribellia. I guess that's her son's name, the woman's son. Someone coming up to you and knocking at your door and saying some racist stuff must have been hard for her. He said his mother had been diagnosed with schizophrenia nearly 3 years ago and has been prescribed medication. Okay, if that's the case, why is she wandering around on the streets on her own? And she's schizophrenic, and you know she's out here and could do any damn thing to somebody out in the public. And she just did to this woman. It's hard to get people to take their medication, especially when they are really paranoid. So she doesn't take it anymore, he said. Then put her ass away. She shouldn't be out on the public ranting on people like that. She's going to get herself hurt. Cheraribi Leah, I guess that, I don't know, said his mother had been targeted for abuse online, and he asked for more understanding of her illness. She's already paranoid as is, he said. It's really unfortunate. Well, what's really unfortunate, Christian, is white people overuse mental illness. So even if your mom is really mentally ill, it's hard for people to be sympathetic to it because, see, y'all overplayed the mental illness hand. And it's very common, especially when you get caught up in a situation like your mom. No one is willing to admit mental illness until they, one, get caught in a viral video, two, get caught up with breaking the law. Then all of a sudden, y'all break out with the mental illness song. And see, when you overplay something, people are not going to take you seriously now. But he did a video, so we're going to go down here on Global News Hour. He actually came forward and sat down and did an interview. So we're going to listen to her son, who looks very much like her, and hear what he has to say. Let me just go ahead and blow this video up. Here we go.
I thought, oh my God, that's my mom. And she's everywhere too.
Christian Cheribellia says he was caught off guard by a viral video that documents a racist rant by his mother.
You are not like the rest of us. God help us.
I was quite shocked, and I didn't think my mom could really say something like that.
But Cheribellia wants the public to know his mother was diagnosed with schizophrenia 2.5 years ago.
She took the medication and she seemed to get better, but then she stopped taking it. It's hard to get people to take their medication, especially when you're really paranoid.
In the video, his mother shouts racist insults at 24-year-old Annika Vassell, who was sitting in her car at Broadway in Ontario.
I also felt bad for Annika, the driver, because, I mean, something like that, someone coming up to you and just knocking at your door and then saying some pretty racist stuff must have been hard for her.
But he believes the footage and comments now plastered on social media have put his mother at risk.
It kind of sickens me to see that my mom is now being attacked by all these people, and that it could be someone else's mom. Like, if she goes outside and if someone actually says, oh, hey, you're that lady, or in any way like that, I mean, she's probably going to be really scared, and it'll be really bad because she'll just isolate herself even more.
Only posted the video because I just wanted to show that racism does exist, and that I don't think it should be condoned.
Vassell is also warning others not to seek vengeance against the woman who verbally assaulted her.
I would hope that she gets the help that she needs, that her family members can help her get that help, that anyone else in that position is able to get the resources for that.
Tanya Beja, Global News.
You know, they do this to us, ladies and gentlemen, because they think hurting us is nothing. It's nothing. It's a nothing thing to hurt Black people. So this is why the racism continues on, because they really truly are taught and conditioned not to give a shit about you, how you feel, how they hurt you, how they hurt your sons, your daughters, your husbands, your wife, your mother, your grandmother, your grandfathers. They are taught and conditioned from chattel slavery all the way up until now not to care about you, not to feel sorry for you, not to feel bad about things they do to you. And we see this nonchalant, uncaring reaction in all aspects of our lives every single day when we have to interact with these people in public, also all through mainstream media. Whenever we see a cop kill an unarmed Black man or woman that has no police record, never been in trouble with the law, and they build a whole case up to protect the cop because these people are raised and conditioned to not feel a shred of humanity for you. And they absolutely don't. And this is why you will see this throughout your life. Your children will see it out all throughout their lives, and it will go on and on and on for generations to come. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit on the notification bell twice. Also, ladies and gentlemen, join me over on Black Junction TV and on blackspot.com. And if you can become a patron, I would deeply appreciate it. Peace, family.